Great evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? It's January the 9th. It is 4:32 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am coming through this cold, rainy afternoon. Now, I know a lot of people may not be in the chat because the last I checked, Florida, I believe the whole state of Florida is either under a tornado watch or partially under a tornado warning. So prayers goes to the people that live in Florida. If this is the first time you are tuning in to Kimmy's World, I'm about to say Kimmy's Morning Show. The Kimmy's World, I want to formally welcome you here. I know you all have not been seeing me in the afternoon, but child, I feel great. I still have a little fluid buildup. Well, probably a lot of fluid buildup, but the medicine is working, honey. So, I know y'all not used to seeing me on at this time, but y'all, we got to get this thing crack-a-lacking. We got to get it going again like we used to. I miss y'all. So I need to stay engaged with the community here. If this is not the first time you are tuning in to Kimmy's World, I want to welcome you here. And while you're here, sit back, relax, click the like button on your way in, child, and enjoy the show, child. We just got a fun, laid-back show for this afternoon. Hold on, y'all. Trying to pop my ears. Things sound a little funny. I guess because it's fluid in my ears. But anyway, if you are watching this video on the replay, I just want you all to comment chat and say replay game. Now, if you're watching this video and you see me live and clear, say, hey girl, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all, listen. If y'all can see what's going on behind me, she can really get talk. Damn. Get down. But she knocked my camera down. She done lost her mind, y'all. That's the cat on the desk. I'm telling you, she won life for being outside with her mama, child. Anyway, y'all don't be calling Peter on me now. I ain't hurting the cat. She can't be getting on my desk while I'm live. Child, the camera right behind the desk. She be done knocked everything down. Cause I know y'all be trying to do me like you did Charleston White. Y'all know what happened with Charleston White? He maced that cat. I don't do that. But she ain't gonna be getting on top of stuff. Anyway, look at Lynetta coming in. She came in at 14. Oh, Davita. She done beat you, girl. How y'all doing? Davita said, good evening, Kimmy and chat. She came in laughing, child. How y'all doing? Y'all, I took Kaden. Hold on, let me turn this down. My ears. I can't hardly stand this music. I gotta cut it. Yeah, my ears, they not at 100%, and I can't stand that music in my ears. Yeah, I took Kaden to the dentist today. He didn't want to go. But I was like, oh, you going? How we get to the dentist? And he was like, Mama, can I get a donut when I leave the dentist? I was like, Kaden, if you don't have any cavities, you can get a donut. But I think you got a cavity because you eat too many sweets. Child, we got up in there, and the lady, she was just like, well, everything looks good. Child, they did the x-rays. Kaden didn't have not one cavity. And he was like, see, I told you. And so it's like, ma'am, how in the world he doesn't, y'all, Kaden eats a piece of pie every day. Sometimes 2 pieces of pie. He loves sweets. And I'm not, like when I was growing up, tell me if I'm wrong. Did y'all eat sweets like that? I didn't. My mama used to limit the syrup I used to get on my pancakes, child. She'd be like, that's all you need. That's too much sugar. You're going to be too hyper. Child, Kaden will go in there and get him cake. And I try to tell him, Kaden, you need to brush your teeth in the morning and in the afternoons. You need to brush your teeth. Child, he be forgetting sometime. He'll leave the house, don't brush his teeth. Child, I be telling him, the kids gonna pick at you, Kaden. Your breath gonna smell bad. You better brush your teeth. Child, they said he was doing a good job. So I'm asking the dentist, and I'm like, wait a minute. Why he don't have no cavities? Because, that was going to be my premise of telling him, see, that's what you get for not brushing your teeth. You got cavities. She said, it's genetics, ma'am. She said, I see people coming to dentists all the time. They can brush, they can floss all the time, and they come in here with calcium buildup, and they have cavities. But it's just genetics. I'm looking at him like, oh, child. Anyway, so I told him, I said, look, let me tell you something, little boy. You better take care of your mouth. You hear me? Because listen, my daughter's teeth, Jasmine, I paid for a whole car with that little girl mouth. I could have bought a car paying for her braces. I said, you better take care of them teeth, honey. Anyway, I know I ain't the only one, child. Everybody ain't on, what is that? Is it chips? I get confused with Medicare or Medicaid. Honey, I wish I was so I didn't have to pay for all these medical bills. For those of you all who want it, y'all cherish the time. Don't worry about people talking about, oh, low income, honey. Y'all saving a lot of money because these co-pays for the doctor's appointments and these doctor visits, and then some of these doctor visits only pay a certain percentage. Y'all don't get me on here fussing about medical care, child. Oh, child. Anyway, we got Simply Chat. She said, I'm here, ladies. Welcome back. How you doing, girls? Y'all, she's sick. She don't feel well. They was out of school today because inclement weather, but she's not feeling well. And my other sister, hopefully Danielle went to the doctor because y'all, Danielle head is hard as concrete. I called her, me and my mama called her. We said, Danielle, did you go to the doctor? No, I don't feel good. Get up, put those kids' clothes on. They haven't taken a bath. If you got 100-degree fever, bump a bath. Put them kids their clothes on. Take them in their pajamas. Go get seen. Child, you ain't got to tell me. Davita said, Krispy Kreme, here I come, hot and ready. Child, them donuts will get you in trouble. We don't have Krispy Kreme in Tupelo. We got a Scarlett's Donuts, I guess. We don't have a Krispy Kreme. I wish we did, child. I didn't get a lot of sweets as a child, but I'm making for it as an adult. Child, listen. My mama, she was like, I don't know what's wrong with this girl. Talking about me, y'all. She is hyper. Child, they used to limit all types of sugar. It didn't help. I had ADHD. But y'all know back then, there was no medicine for ADHD. It was the belt. Am I lying or am I lying? It wasn't no medicine for that, child. I used to get my butt toe up, knowing I had a problem, child. She said, I love me a king. I love a king size man. I ain't studying y'all. Listen. Since Davita is on here talking about these donuts, y'all know we're supposed to start that weight loss competition this past Monday. I'm going to postpone it to next Monday because I was not feeling good. I ain't forgot, y'all. Don't think I forgot because then nobody sent me no picture. I guess y'all don't want no money, child. She said, it's peach care in Georgia and I never got it. I need some Mississippi care. I need something. Y'all tell the people I need help. Tell them to send me some free food stamps. Just maybe 2 months. Child, honey, if I had $300 in food stamps, honey, I would. Because listen, $300 don't buy. You can go to Walmart and spend $100 on groceries and have 5, 6 items, ain't got nothing. What I'm gonna do with this? I talked to her earlier and she was on the way to the doctor then. Well, thank God, because her head hard, child. I ain't talked to her since then. What about? We do have a Dunkin' Donuts, but it's way on the other side of town. So I'd rather go to the Scarlett Donuts. Oh, yeah. It's one of the mom and pop donuts. Kaden love it. He loved the chocolate donut with the sprinkles. Ooh, child. Listen. So Sylvia sent me, y'all. I was listening to this right before I came live. That Cat Williams interview with Willie D. Oh my gosh. Lord, I learned so much about Cat Williams, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow morning, but I got to dissect this interview. Cat Williams is really brilliant. Y'all, he is brilliant. For real. First of all, I didn't know he used to live in Dayton, Ohio. Like, and how old is Cat Williams? Because I was like, if you live in Dayton, we probably was in Dayton the same time. Was we in the same school together? old is Cat Williams. If he in his 50s, of course, he didn't go to school with me. But y'all know Dayton ain't that big. How old is he, child? Okay, so he's older than me. He's 52. So, of course, we wouldn't have been in the same school. But he said he left Dayton when he was 12, 13. So, no, that would have been before 87, I guess. So, no, I wouldn't have known him. But to all the people that are from Dayton, Ohio, who knows Cat Williams? I got a lot of my Facebook followers, all my classmates from Dayton. And I know y'all on Facebook. So if you're watching this on Facebook, comment in the comment area. Do you remember Cat Williams? Like, of course, Dayton got a lot of elementary schools and middle schools, a lot of them, but still, everybody know everybody. And if his family was from there, did I know? I did know some Williams. I need to ask some folks, are they related to him? But anyway, right, he said he was 12 or 13 when he left Dayton. I saw the interview today and I got to the point where he was talking about that comedian Ali Sadiq or somebody from Houston talking about their little situation. And child, I had to come live. I was getting ready to postpone this live, but I was like, nah, I'll finish watching it later. That interview was great. Great. And I'm glad Willie D did the interview because Willie D is smart too. And it takes another smart person to interview a smart person. He's brilliant, y'all. Brilliant. Because many of us knew of the interview he did with Shannon Sharpe. Is that his name? Yeah, Shannon Sharpe. And I think they touched on a part where they talked about Cat Williams. Got the wrong camera set up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Gammon, I got the wrong camera set up. I got the wrong camera set up. I'm sorry, y'all. I got my laptop camera. That's probably why it's not as clear. But anyway, Shannon Sharpe talked about the interview that they did, that he did, and he mentioned that Cat Williams got an offer, I guess, to go to college. And at first, I didn't believe it until I sat down and listened to this interview with Willie D. And now I'm like, whoa. And that's something, y'all. Shannon really did not. He did not. And you know what? I didn't really understand. Like initially, I thought it was an okay interview because pretty much, well, no, I ain't gonna say that because Cat Williams pretty much ran that interview with Shannon Sharpe. But the one with Willie D, it was so intellectual. I love the interview and I'm not done with it. So I charge each and every one of you all to go check out that interview because we definitely gonna dissect it tomorrow morning. We're gonna talk about that because it has the internet in an uproar right now. And I really hadn't been able to devote my time to it today because I was back and forth to Caden's school, dropping him off and picking him up, doing this and that. And then, child, let me tell y'all something. So Caden came home from school today. And he said Cat basically told him what was up. Girl, you said that. Davida, you said that. Ran that interview with Shannon Sharpe. He ran it. But with Willie D, it was like he really got to he really tried to understand how Cat thought, and I think, like, to me, that's important. I got a whole nother outlook on Cat. Like some of the stuff he was saying in the interview, I remember growing up in Dayton, cutting grass during the summer months, making money, and I could relate to him. And like a lot of people was like, how in the world could he make that money? It was so possible because when I grew up in Dayton, me and my cousin Rodney, we had our own lawn service business, and we made up flyers and everything. We would go around to people in our neighborhood and in my cousin's neighborhood, and we would cut grass, and we made a lot of money. We would cut grass in the winter months. Well, like in the fall, we would rake leaves. And in the winter months, we would shovel people's driveways. And nobody wanted to do their yard work. And we did a good job. So I can absolutely believe he was hustling, making his money. She said, "Hey, Melissa Robinson." Cat really didn't give Shannon time to talk that much. No, he didn't, but probably because, like, out the gate with the interview with Shannon Sharpe, he was just like he threw him off so bad because he just initially started to start talking about like other comedians, and Shannon wasn't ready for it. Like, as you could see in the interview, Shannon kept drinking like, oh my God. But Willie D is so intellectual. Like, yeah. For those of you all who know who Willie D is, I follow him on YouTube. He was super intellectual. So he know how to break stuff down. He knew how to come at Cat Williams. It kind of put me in the mind of Charleston White and Cam Newton. How Charleston White ran that interview. For those of you all who saw the interview with Charleston White and Cam Newton, Charleston White ran that interview. And you did not get a good interview. Like when Charleston White does interviews with Say Cheese. For those of you all who watch that, Say Cheese is like another version of Vlad TV, but it's for the black people, right? Charleston White interviews are way better with Say Cheese. So I guess it just depends on who's doing the interview, but I really love the interview with Willie D. So if you get a chance, excuse me, make sure y'all check that out. She said, I haven't seen the one with Willie D. Definitely watching it later. It just came out today. Girl, when I tell you that is a great interview, you're going to be like, whoa, it's going to make you want to go see Cat Williams in concert. Cat Williams coming to Tupelo, I think, January 26th. For those of you all who from Tupelo, make sure y'all go check out Cat Williams. I'm going to try. Y'all know my husband, a truck driver. So I got to make sure he's home. But if he's not home, child, I can't go. He don't want me going by myself. So. Shout out to, she said, then he understood. Yeah. Shout out to Stacy. How you doing, Stacy? Listen, I got some tea with TikTok. You need 10,000 subscribers, and I believe 100,000 likes before you become monetized on TikTok. I don't know if you knew that, but you need 10,000 subscribers and 100,000 likes, which is not going to be hard. I'm probably like 8,000 followers away from being monetized, and maybe about 40-some thousand likes, 48,000 likes, something like that, from being monetized. It's going to go super quick. And you're super consistent, Stacy. I've been watching your TikToks, girl. You're super consistent. Stay consistent, girl. Keep making them dancing reels, honey. You will be monetized before you know it. But anyway, let's see. Cat is super intelligent, really intelligent. She said, okay, I saw that one. Shannon couldn't say much. Cat carried the interview well. You know what? Shannon Sharpe, I believe, cut that interview because that interview won number 30 minutes, y'all. And if you notice when Steve Harvey and Seth and Ricky Smiley did the interview with Shannon Sharpe, it lasted longer. But he threw Shannon Sharpe for a loop. Shannon didn't know what to say. He just kept drinking his drink like, what the world? She said that interview is at what? What? I'm telling you, that interview is doing better than Club Shay Shay interview. Way better. She said, gotcha. Okay, I'm on it. Girl, you gonna get it. You gonna get monetized. Donnie, you more consistent than me. Way more consistent. It was 3 hours, I thought. No, the one with Shannon Sharpe was like 30 minutes. Excuse me, y'all. The one with Shannon Sharpe, I believe it's like 5 minutes or something like that. It's super quick. Hold on, let me see. The one with Willie D is 1 hour and 3 minutes. Let's see. Shannon Sharp. It's about 30 some minutes, y'all. No, it's not. It's actually 2 hours and 46 minutes. Well, honey, it seems super quick because he didn't really ask him that many questions. What you doing down here? I'm live. What you doing? No, you ain't getting no donuts. See? Y'all, he down here talking about donuts. See what I'm talking about? You ate them. I bought you one donut. Bye. Go. Get out of here. She said the one I watched was much longer. Yeah, you're right. I thought it was 30 minutes, child. It was 2 hours. Oops. But listen, y'all. So today, Kaden goes, Kaden, go back in there and watch TV. Go. So Kaden goes to school today, right? So y'all know this is the what? For you school teachers, this is a whole nother, what do you call that? Semester or another 9 weeks, whatever. So he goes to school. And I knew the homework was gonna be different. Child, that teacher sent home the homework. I wasn't ready for this. They doing math, y'all. They doing math. Caden's in kindergarten, so they started doing math. And she sent home some math problems. And, that's a pretty different type of concept to grasp, I guess, for a kindergartner. So we started doing math like 2 plus 3, 0 plus 1, stuff like that. And so we're doing it, and I didn't know if I was doing it right. I started doing it with little p's. And what I do is I said, Kaden, your math problem is 2 plus 3. And I had a plus sign on the table. And I said, now. So I showed him how to do it first. I said, count out 2 p's. Then you got your plus symbol. And then count out 3 p's. And then I had an equal sign on the table. And I said, now count your p's. And he counted 2 plus 3. And I said, now how many do you have? He said, I have 5. And I said, well, you give me the answer back, like 2 plus 3 equals 5. And so we started doing that. He caught on super quick, right? So then, like, the next assignment was fill in the missing letter. So we started doing that. That was a little harder for him. Like, they'll have like T blank V. And so you got to put a U in the middle, So we did that. I think that was a little harder for him. He knows his alphabet, but for a kindergarten, for taking it out of order is different. Y'all, I wasn't ready for the homework today. Like, they are really getting him ready for first grade. And that's pretty much what the teacher was saying. Like, do not miss some of these skills because this is what's going to be building on the first grade. So I'm really trying to hone in on his schoolwork. And I had told my mom, I was like, I'm really going to be working super, super hard with him this 9 weeks because when it's time to take that test again, I want him to score above average because now he's caught up and the next 9 weeks, after this 9 weeks, it should be another test. And I want him to score above average. There's no reason why he shouldn't. I don't know what she said. She said that's 1-to-1 correspondence when you're counting the p's. So I didn't know if I was teaching him right because so this is what I'm hoping. And for you school teachers out there, because I know it's a bunch of y'all out here, tell me if I'm right. So this is what I'm thinking. So if he can visualize the p's with the math problem, eventually it's going to catch on. Eventually he will catch on and then he will be able to say, he'll be able to visualize the objects in his head and say, if I say 1 plus 4, he'll know, okay, 1 plus 4 is 5 instead of having to actually count the p's. I don't know. For you school teachers, what y'all think? Am I doing that right? And then for his sight words, so his sight words are getting a little harder. Before they were easier to me. Like the colors, the numbers, words that actually mean something like and to and stuff like that. The doesn't mean anything, but you can associate the to something else. But now his sight words are like said, was, where. So this is my philosophy, what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm not a school teacher. But I said, when I was in school, I remember spelling words. I could remember how to spell a word more so than like seeing was and remembering is was, right? So so what I'm thinking is teaching him different ways to learn a word. So the first thing we do is like his first sight word was. I had him to write it so many times. And then the next one was said, had him to write it. And the other one was where, had him to write it. And then today, after he wrote it, I said, now point to was. He'll point to was. And I said, now spell it for me. He'll look at it, he'll spell it. But tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the flashcards. And so that give him different ways to learn it because I'm not really for sure how he remembers. I don't know. For you school, I mean, what y'all think? Stacy, I know you in school. Used to be a school teacher. He said every child is different. Use the same teacher the teacher uses because that's what he needs for the standardized test. So I don't know how she's teaching him as far as remembering sight words. It's probably just showing him the word. With the addition, I did talk to her and she said that they haven't gone over that concept in a while, so it's going to be pretty tough for him. But he caught on super easy with the math. Caden does great in math. It was just putting those letters in order. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like you can have X blank Z. And knowing when you see that, already knowing without going through your whole alphabet, knowing what letter is missing, like that. And some of you all who are watching that have children, maybe this will help y'all. Like, I know there's a lot of kids that I know that, and they make it to the first grade, and they are not learning their simple sight words. And I want to let you parents, now I'm not a teacher, but I do know this stuff will come back up again. So it's imperative to teach them these basic concepts and make sure that you are testing your child too, because if they're not catching this, they're gonna have problems in the next grade. You don't want problems. Like a first grader should definitely know the sight word and the is. It's probably 100 sight words they need to know. They definitely should know that. And like I said, I'm not a teacher, but I do know this stuff will come back up again. Allison, love this glass of you. Y'all, those are not real glasses either. Those are fashion glasses. I got them from Temu, child. I think starting off with the P's is okay, but slowly wing him off of that. Continue working with him so he will eventually get it without having to count the P's. That's what I was thinking to use it as a crutch for now, but don't get in the habit of doing it because, like, if he continued to do that, it's going to slow him down in math. But, child, I didn't know no other way. And I appreciate y'all telling me something. Like, for those of you all who are teachers, who are parents, Caden is different. Like when I had Jasmine, I didn't have to do nothing, y'all. Nothing. Jasmine, she did her own homework. She didn't want no help from me. Shoot, Jazz didn't even want me up at the school. Even when she was little, she was like, I don't want my mom up there because she come up here, she gonna cut up. And I'm not talking about in the ghetto way, but you're not gonna mess with my Jazz. And she knew that, and she was like, I'll handle it myself. But Caden, he's super dependent, and I have to actually help him. I have to help him. Hopefully, when he gets older, well, I ain't gonna to help him when he get older. He gonna have to call his sister. I ain't gonna do that math. Shoot. Some kindergarten worker had to call Jazz and like, Jazz, I don't do this. I done been out of school too long. Thank you, Davita. She said, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm sorry. Listen, Davita, I still got your present right here. I've not been to the post office, but I will go tomorrow. I'm definitely going to the post office tomorrow. Mail your package, child. For those of you all who didn't know, Davita won this gift today. I have one more to give away. This is the whole gift. I don't know if y'all see. That's the whole gift. I actually wrapped it at the beginning of Christmas and put it under the tree for for a subscriber, and I have one more left. Not sure when I'm going to do it, but it will be coming up soon. I'm going to be giving that gift away. So, what's been going on? For those of you all who live in Florida, what is going on with the weather today? The last I heard, Storm Chasers was out. She said, I will wait patiently. The last I heard, Storm Chasers were out in Florida. Has anybody heard what's going on with the weather? That's the last I heard. I clicked on Ryan Hall, y'all. They were going off over there. Have y'all seen changing the subject a little bit? Have y'all seen the situation with Jonathan Majors? That interview he did? At first, I'm gonna be real with y'all. At first, when this trial went, when the verdict was read, I actually thought he was innocent. I did. I thought he was innocent. I was like, oh, he's innocent, especially with seeing the video that was played in court with him actually running from his ex-girlfriend down the street of New York City. I thought he was innocent until this interview came out. When this interview came out, it screamed guilt to me. It really did. Although they did find him guilty. But I was like, you mean to tell me you don't find yourself responsible for her fracturing her finger? You don't just fracture your finger. Now she was in the wrong too because she shouldn't have been chasing you, but still you gotta have some sort of restraint when it comes to a woman. Like even if like women shouldn't be hitting on men, but even if she hits you, you don't need to hit her. Y'all can't you can't match the same energy with a woman. A man would crush a woman. She said in New York it's supposed to get real bad with rain and wind. Wow. Oh yeah. Trying to pop my ear. Anyway. I don't know. That interview Jonathan Majors did, to me, it screamed guilt. And I don't know what his infatuation with Coretta Scott King is. What he think he is, Martin Luther King? He telling his like what? You telling your ex girlfriend to be like Coretta Scott King? Like, are you Martin Luther King? And then Megan Good, she ain't no Coretta Scott. Like, what? I don't understand. I really don't. Thank you, Davita. Thank you so much. But do y'all know what I'm talking about? Have y'all seen that interview with Jonathan Majors? Rain and wind in Georgia. Stay safe, y'all. Wow, y'all definitely, for those of you all who are experiencing inclement weather, I know here in Mississippi, it is supposed to snow on Monday. And y'all know that's Martin Luther King Day, child. It's supposed to snow, so we will be out of school here. Well, that should be everywhere. That's a federal holiday. But it's supposed to snow here in Mississippi, 55%, and it's supposed to be super cold. And then that Tuesday, I think it's supposed to be in the teens. So if it snows, it won't be melted by Tuesday. So for those of you all who live in Mississippi and the southern states is going to be affected, y'all better get y'all bread, milk, and water. Y'all know stuff shut down around here. Let it get a dusting. Everything was shut down. So y'all better prepare yourself this weekend for. And I said yesterday, for those of you all who know, like, and I don't know if this is a superstition or something like that, but they say when it thunders and lightens in the wintertime, it's gonna be a bad snowstorm. And I talked to my mom yesterday, well, this morning, excuse me, before I knew it was going to snow. I said, Mama, they say when it thunder and lightning in the winter, it's supposed to snow. She said, no, I didn't know that. And then I looked at the weather and I said, it's supposed to snow Monday. 55%. Yep. So hopefully we get some snow. Hey Danielle, how are you doing? What did they say? Do you have a sinus infection? Did you go to the doctor? Like, what's going on? You got COVID? What's the tease, Shy? They give you any medicine? Hold on. Let me call her. Because I know y'all want to know what's wrong with her. Hold on. I'm about to call you, Danielle. Hold on, y'all. Let's see how she doing. Oh, she's still at the doctor's office. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. She said the joke here in New York, everyone runs for milk and bread when they hear anything about snow. Child, they do the same thing here. It don't be no milk. I don't drink milk anyway, but no bread and no water. But talking about bread, I need to make me some bread, y'all. I got a bread maker in a closet right behind me. I need to start back making my bread. I can make some bread, child. Some good bread. Did they take a COVID, flu, and strep test, Daniel? Although we know that's negative, but still. Listen, I was talking to a lady today, y'all. I was in the car rider line at Caden's school, and I was talking to a lady in the line, and she was just like, I was telling her, that my family has been sick over the past 2 weeks. And she was like, her daughter-in-law is a physician at Labana. Y'all know that's in Memphis. And she said that there have been 4 kids that has gotten the flu and that has passed away. So if your child has not gotten the flu shot, I'm taking Kaden tomorrow. Kaden hadn't got the flu shot. Go get your child a flu shot. And if you haven't gotten the flu shot, go get the flu shot. It is imperative. Y'all, these viruses that are going around, they're serious. There's some nasty little viruses. So make sure if you have a child and they go to school, and if you haven't got the flu shot and you're not sick, go get the flu shot. And for those of you all who are susceptible, I don't know if I'm saying that right, to getting pneumonia, go get your pneumonia vaccination. Go get it. And I believe, I can't remember the age you're supposed to go get that vaccination. Go get your pneumonia, flu. I ain't gonna say COVID because I heard something about COVID. But go get your vaccinations because this is that time of year. A lot of people are sick. Y'all, I have been sick for 2 weeks. It is not fun. I don't know what stuff is, but it's nasty. It is a lot of people here in Mississippi. And I talked to my sister Sylvia. She said a lot of people are getting sick in Georgia. They are so sick in Georgia that people are sleeping in the ER trying to seek treatment. So make sure, she says she got all of them, flu, COVID, and pneumonia shots. Make sure y'all get y'all shots. It's imperative. And trust me, I've had pneumonia before. It is not fun. I had COVID and I got pneumonia in one of my lungs and I had to be hospitalized. And this was before I got my COVID vaccination. I could not breathe. I'm here to tell you, those shots work. So if you are scared, you are skeptical, take my word for it, honey. Take it. For those of you all who have been following me for some time, y'all know what I'm saying is true, especially if you're on Facebook. I used to go live from the hospital room while I was on oxygen and I could barely talk. And many of y'all was like, get off live, Kim. Get off live. No, I was live in the hospital room. So y'all know what I'm saying is true. I was not vaccinated. This was in 2020. I had not been vaccinated. And it hit me hard, very hard. I almost died. It was awful. I could not breathe. But anyway, make sure you get your shots. Make sure, I don't know if y'all still wear masks. Wear your mask, y'all. Wear your mask when you can. Now, I know here in Mississippi, people don't be wearing a mask. People out here, all out in the open, I don't see nobody wearing a mask. But protect yourself because being sick, especially when you have different health ailments like high blood pressure, you are diabetic, or if you have heart problems, or if you have asthma or lupus or all the other things, you do not want to get these viruses. You don't. She said, My other sister, who is a lab tech, is working mandatory overtime because of the ER overflow of patients. It's bad here. It's bad here, girl. Now I don't know about the hospitals because y'all, I don't watch the news. I am the news, but I don't watch the news, local news. But my mom was telling me is a lot of people in the church that have been sick, that have had COVID, has been in the hospital, and whatever this crud is that I have had, everybody is catching it. Let me tell y'all the symptoms. It start off with a little scratchy throat, a little drainage, and then your throat starts to hurt, and then then it's drainage. You lose your voice, you get fatigue, your body is aching, you have every symptom known to man, and then you're sick for a few days and you start to feel better. Your voice comes back, and then boom, it hits you all over again. And this has been going on for 2 weeks. And I'm still on medicine. I'm taking amoxicillin, I'm taking some other type of steroid. I'm taking antihistamine, promethazine. Oh shucks, I can't even think. Maybe something else. So I'm taking everything, and I'm still not. My ears are still like, ooh, it's not pain, but that water is still there. So y'all take care of yourself because it's serious out here. It really is. Oh, what did Davita say? She said, I'm 63 and I never had any. Davita, sis, you got to go get your shots. I'm sorry. You got to go get your shots, ma'am. I'm here to tell you, I'm not here to scare you, but COVID is for real. A lot of people during the time that I chose not to get my COVID shot, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. My mom and dad had previously had gotten their COVID vaccinations. I was like, I ain't getting no COVID shot. I don't even know if the shot is safe. I'm not getting a shot. Baby, let me tell you something. That COVID got a hold of me, and baby wouldn't let me go. And I almost left here. Do you hear me? I could not breathe. It changed so rapidly. And this is just COVID. It's other stuff is going around. It changed my health condition changed so rapidly that morning. Y'all, and I'm gonna tell you something. And I had an oximeter. For those of y'all in the medical field, y'all know what that is. It's that thing when you go to the hospital or you go to the doctor's office and they put that thing on your finger to check your oxygen rate. Well, I have been watching Chris Como on CNN. This one I used to watch the news. And I remember Chris Como said that's what saved his life. He got an oximeter. So I got me an oximeter because I said if my oxygen rate falls below a certain point, I need to go to the hospital. So I was checking it all the time. I would keep it on my finger. I would walk around the house. This is when I had COVID. And like at one point, like my chest was hurting. I think I had COVID for like 6 or 7 days. And I had went to the emergency room like twice during this time. They were running x-rays, all that on my chest to make sure I didn't have pneumonia, whatever. So I had an O2 on my finger. Y'all, my O2 had dropped to like, I was like 93. And I told my husband, I was like, it's time to go to the hospital right now. He was like, now, right now. But from the time, and at the time, I probably lived 7 to 8 minutes from the hospital. Y'all, this is no joke. And I ain't trying to scare nobody. I'm just trying to help y'all. I lived 7 to 8 minutes from the hospital. From the time I walked to the vehicle so my husband can take me to the emergency room. And at that time, I wasn't having problems breathing, but I knew at that moment my O2 level had gotten low. And I was like, oh, this isn't normal. I think it got like maybe 91, 92. And it's supposed to be at 100, right? So we went to the emergency room. By the time I walked and my husband pulled her right to the door, I could not even walk all the way. And my health condition changed that rapidly. By the time I got inside that emergency room, I couldn't take another step. I could not breathe, y'all. I promise you. They hooked me up to oxygen and I just fell right into the wheelchair and I couldn't breathe. And they admitted me straight to the hospital. And I stayed in the hospital 7 days. It changed that rapidly. Now, I've had COVID since I've had the shot, and my symptoms were so mild, I didn't even know I had it. I'm just being real. And for those of you all, it may not prevent you from getting COVID, but when you have other health conditions, mind you, if you're obese, if you have high blood pressure, if you have any type of health ailment, everybody's not going to be lucky. You need to go get vaccinated. And I'm just being real. I know a lot of people don't care nothing about the vaccination, but after I suffered, and let's be clear, I stayed in the hospital 7 days with COVID. I came home with oxygen. Listen to what I'm talking about. I came home with oxygen every single day. And for those of you all who are my Facebook friends, y'all know what I'm saying is right because I still went live every single day. And people would tell me, stop going so hard, Kim. You're going to hurt yourself. Stop doing it. And I wouldn't listen to nobody. I listened to Chris Como because if y'all remember back when Chris Como had COVID, he worked his butt off because he was talking to physicians during that time because a lot of things weren't known about COVID during that time. Remember, y'all? So when I came home from the hospital, I had oxygen. My doctor told me, Kim, you cannot wean yourself off oxygen. The devil is a lie. I got on that treadmill. Y'all, I couldn't even breathe. I got on my treadmill every day. I had that oximeter on my finger and I worked out just a little at a time every single day. And then I graduated, got to the point to where I was doing my breathing exercises. I graduated, I got off, I started to remove the oxygen, and I would walk so many feet in the house. I would check my O2. I'm telling y'all what's real. I would check my oxygen. And then as my body got stronger and stronger and stronger, y'all know what I started to do? Jump rope. That was my kick to start jump roping. Because jump roping, you got to have a lot of wind for that, honey. So when I would get out of breath, I would take my, the asthma pump, because they gave me that too. I take the asthma pump, open up my lungs, start jump roping again. And I was strengthening my lungs, y'all. I'm telling you. Plus, I was doing my breathing exercises. I would walk so far in the house, I would take the oxygen off because I was like, I ain't gonna be no 40-something-year-old woman carrying around this oxygen and limited where I can go because I got oxygen. No, we're not doing this. We coming up off this. With less than a month, I was off oxygen. Last year, last year, 2023, I went to the doctor. They saw a spot on my lungs, okay? And I got scared. I was like, oh my God, I got COVID scarring. Oh my God, I probably got it. I was just freaked out. So I go to a specialist and they doing all these checks on my lungs. And so the doctor comes in the room and he's coming to give me my diagnosis to tell me what they found out from the test. The first thing the doctor tells me is, he said, you had COVID, right? I said, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to die. That's what I'm thinking, y'all. And he was like, you had COVID, right? And I was like, yeah. And he said, can I ask you a question? And I'm like, yeah. He said, what did you do? I'm like, what you mean? What did I do? Because see, I'm stressed out because I'm thinking something wrong with my lungs, y'all. Because I had COVID really bad, like really, really bad. So he was like, what did you do? And I was like, what do you mean? So he was like, ma'am, your lungs have gone back to normal. You have no scarring. He said, the only scar that I see that's on your lungs, and it's probably been like that since you was a little child. And he explained it to me what it was, and it was nothing I would ever be concerned about. That's just a part of where I grew up, according to the bacteria in the Mississippi River or something like that. That's how he explained it. But anyway, he asked me what I had done. And I went through the process, y'all, and I told him what I did, how I weaned myself off of that oxygen, how I work. Yeah, I work hard. And for those of you all who are my Facebook friends, I know I'm telling the truth because y'all used to watch me every day talking about me. What's she doing? My family talked so bad about me and told me I need to stop going so hard because I was going to end up back in the hospital. That doctor told me if I would have not done what I did, working so hard, I would have had health problems with my lungs. He said most people that have COVID, lungs do not go back to normal function to 100%. I worked my butt off. And I'm going to say this, since we're talking about that, when you make up in your mind, and I wasn't even going to talk about this today, when you make up in your mind that you are going to do something, whether it's going to be the best person that you can be, whether it's going against the odds, when you feel in your heart that you need to do something, don't let no one or nothing stop you from accomplishing your goals, your dreams, anything. Because someone said it. Sylvia said, that was nothing but God. Anything is possible with God. Anything, even the impossible. Let me tell you something. God will make a window out of a place where ain't nothing but a wall. And they wonder, how in the world did that happen? Ain't nobody but God. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in God, and you got to believe whatever it is going to happen. Now, that doesn't always mean just because you believe and just because you have faith in God, bad things won't happen. They will, because I'm going to tell you something. Bad things happen to good people every single day. And that doesn't mean God is not with you. How do you know what you are going through is not helping the next person? How do you know that? How do you know? Like, for instance, my dog attack. My dog attack helped so many people. When I tell people the story, and this is not to glorify me whatsoever, because I knew instantly, even with COVID, I knew instantly that wasn't nobody but God. Ain't no way I could have got through that. There's no way I could have got up off that ground with them dogs attacking me, 2 pit bulls. Ain't no way. But that was to glorify God. God can do anything but fail. And sometimes it's not even for you that you are going through your problems, your health problems, your financial problems, your marital problems, problems with your children. It don't be a lot of times it ain't even for you. It's to help somebody else. So you can share your story with someone else and let them know. Don't give up. Even if you have a cancer diagnosis, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know that lady that I have been following on YouTube? She had cancer, terminal cancer. I have never seen, and this was in the month of October when I was just getting my YouTube channel, getting this show started. I used to talk about a lady. Her name was Jenny Appleford. She had terminal cancer, y'all. You would think she would be so upset. You would think she would just turn her back on God and be so rude and hateful and mean to people. This girl was young. She had young children. She had cancer and she was dying. And one thing that her husband said is, Jenny not only taught me how to live, but she taught me how to die. And so many people say, you know what? I just want God to heal me. What if that's not meant for you? And I'm not trying to say anything like, maybe you should just give up and die. But how are we going to see the Lord? You ain't going in this body. You can't go see the Lord here. My dad got a thing. He was preaching. Some daddy always say, there's a sermon he preaches. It's called A Trip to Heaven. And so he talks about this trip, talking about a bus going on one side of the bus, you can see hell. On the other side of the bus, you can see heaven. And he talked about this trip to heaven and trip to hell, right? And at the end of the sermon, he said, now, how many of y'all ready to go to heaven? Everybody raised their hand. Everybody raised their hand. And he said, well, we got a bus out here ready. Who ready to go now? Everybody looking like, child, I ain't ready to go now. I don't want to go now. You gotta, there's a saying is, you don't, y'all, what's the saying? You don't get ready, you stay ready. Because the Bible is right. There is appointed unto man once to die. Once. Nobody know when my appointment is. Nobody know when your appointment is. It's appointed unto man once to die, and after then the judgment, right? We don't know when we gotta die, and we can't get ready. We gotta stay ready because guess what? You don't know what the next second is gonna bring. Remember, life can change in a twinkling of an eye. And there's another thing my daddy, he preached a sermon one Sunday, and he talked about this individual. He talked about an individual who said, I want to go back. He used to say that I want to come back to the Lord, but I'm a top. Hold on, I think I got the story wrong. So my daddy said there was this particular person, I can't remember if it was a male or female, but there was this particular person in the congregation that was not coming to church and was not being faithful. So my dad was like, what is preventing you from coming to worship service? What is preventing from you to get your life right with God? And he said, you know what? I'll tell you on Friday. I'll tell you on Friday what is preventing me. And so my dad was like, he thought about it and he was just like, okay, well, we got an appointment on Friday. Do you know that gentleman never made it to Friday to tell him why he could not get his life right? If you know that you need, and this goes for me too, y'all. Y'all stop preaching to me. If I know I need to get my life right with the Lord, I need to get it right now. I don't need to wait till tomorrow. I don't need to wait till the next day. And the only way that I'm going to go see God, I got to leave this world. I ain't looking to go now. But if I got to go, I got to go. Because it's appointed unto man one time to go. And after then the judgment. So I say all that, I guess, to say this, never be down in the dumps for the things that you are going through, because everybody got to go through something. And just like the lady that I talked about, Jenny Appleford, she knew she was going to die. And she was the most happiest, brightest person. People talked about her. You can go back and you can look at her YouTube channel. People talked about her, how pleasant she was and how she made you feel good. And she was the one that was dying. And I just felt like, just from watching her, you can learn so many things from people that are going through things. Because it's kind of like, instead of looking at the bad things that are happening in your life, be grateful for the good things. Be grateful. Like, all types of good things happen to each and every one of us every single day. Like, if we really stop being shallow about some things, look at the good things that happen in your life. You wake up in the morning, especially if you wake up, that's the first good thing. I don't woke up this morning. Yeah, I don't feel good. But thank God I'm able to go to the doctor to go get seen. Some people can't go to the doctor. Some people don't have insurance. Some people can't afford it. But thank God I can get up. I can drive myself, even if you don't have a car. Maybe you got somebody to take you. Thank God so-and-so is there to take me to. There is always something good in every situation. Every situation. All right. She said, I'm on the live chat, but it's not showing what you are talking about. Okay. She said, that's good news. Feel better soon. Not many people have dental insurance, at least not on Medicare. Really? They have a new program for Medicare, but I don't know if it pays much. Wow, are you serious? I didn't know that. So I believe my mom so Medicare is for older people, right? And I believe you are right. My mom actually got a secondary insurance because Medicare does not pay enough. They don't pay that much. So she talked to her insurance agent, which is not even that much that she have to pay. But so if you know that you have some medical like dental treatment coming up and it's gonna be costly, you may want to look into getting a a subs a second insurance. Getting get a second insurance. And it's not as much as you think it is. I think hers might have been less than $20, might have been less than $30, and it pays a lot. She said faith and trust always. No flu or COVID. Stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. I pray we all be ready. I pray that I be ready. That may sound selfish, but I pray that I be ready. I can't, and I know what you mean by that, Davita, but I can't worry about the next man because, honey, being on this Christian walk is hard enough. It is hard enough. And you know what? The hardest part about doing right is fighting your own battles. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It's fighting your own battles. Letting go of self. Girl, you appreciate word tonight. You sure can and will. Jesus left us with dominion to speak healing over ourselves and other people. Okay, she said Medicare is better. You are a part of that we. I hope I'll be ready. I want to be ready. I do. Child, please. Times are hard out here. But anyway, I didn't mean to get on here preaching to y'all tonight. I don't know. Y'all got me talking about health and COVID and dog attacks and all that kind of stuff, and I just be led to talk about some. Anyway, I want to close out tonight. Y'all, my ears are closing up on me. Y'all have a great night tonight. Make sure y'all go watch the Cat Williams live with Woody. Go watch that. We're gonna talk about it in the morning, and there's a lot of things that have come out today. I got to do my research tonight before I go to bed. I will see y'all in the morning if the Lord's will. Y'all have a great afternoon. She said, Davita, I'm not sure how much Medicaid pays. I was told by the dentist office is not good. It's not good. It's the girl, no girl, you better Kelly Price, Lord, you know what? Passion Lisa. That's one of the things. Hold on now. Cause I heard somebody talking about her the other day. Girl, child, where Kelly Price been at? Girl, I done heard some. Girl, let me write this down. But I forget. It's Cat Williams, Kelly Price. Child, there's a lot of tea out there. She said, Medicaid, I don't have to pay anything. Sorry, Kimmy. Okay, that's okay. So, Medicare is Medicare. Hold up, y'all. Because I'm getting confused. Medicare. Is Medicare for the older people or the young people? I don't know. Medicare is for who? Okay, Medicare is for... What's Medicare for? Okay, Medicare is for 65 and over. So what's Medicaid for? I guess Medicaid is for people with maybe disability. So my mom has Medicare. They don't pay all that good, y'all. But I'm telling you, my mom has gotten a secondary insurance. For those who are on Medicare, I would suggest you, I guess it depends on, I don't know that much about Medicare. Yeah, Medicare. I don't know that much about Medicare. But I do know my mom just got a secondary insurance because she got some dental work. I know, simply, I'm a senior. So, I would suggest you get on a secondary insurance, Allison. And it's not that much. And I know a lot of, especially if you're on Medicare, you're probably on a fixed income, probably on Social Security, maybe retirement, whatever. And child, I know it ain't that much. But dental is expensive. And some of these things that you need, like crowns and bridges and all that other kind of stuff, It's expensive, child. Sometimes you got to get some missing teeth, get some teeth, and that stuff is expensive. So make sure. I suggest if you know you got some stuff coming up, make sure you talk to your insurance agent. Find a really good insurance agent that can talk you through the process. I know my mom had a really good one, and he was telling her which plan to take according to what she needed to get done. My mom said she wanted some stuff to be done within this first year. And he told her, like, with the secondary dental insurance, sometimes you have to wait a year before you can get the major work done, depending on what insurance you get. So, I don't know. Most insurance companies are giving money on Visa cards that are help paying for each other. What? Now I know my sister is on what I say? Medicaid. I think it's Medicaid. And they like every quarter, I don't know if it's every quarter or every month. For those of you all are on we getting confused with this stuff. For those of you all who are on Medicaid, because she's disabled, she has where she can purchase up to so much of you have so much money of a like an allowance to buy like medical supplies, like all different types of stuff. Like she like vitamins and child, she get all kind of stuff that they send to her. So if y'all know what that is, make sure if you are on Medicaid, they got a lot of benefits. And if y'all need me to get more information about it, because my sister be knowing, child. Tomorrow is not promising to know. You got that right. Tomorrow ain't promising none of us. Danielle, what is that thing that you got? Humana gives me $250 a month. I pay bills with. Child, what is that? Oh, that is good. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, my sister was telling me something with Medicaid. Like they would even pay for someone to come in and clean your home. So make sure y'all are checking with y'all benefits of your insurance. If you're on Medicaid and Medicare, and that goes for other insurances too. Child, they be offering stuff in the small print that y'all don't even be knowing about. And y'all be able to get, a little coin here and there. Humana. Okay, I read that one. I enjoyed that. I was blessings to all. That's great. Passion Lisa. Humana. So what are you on simply? Passion Lisa. Humana. Is that Medicaid or is that just your insurance? Oh, she said go watch Kelly Prize live on Instagram. I'm gonna go watch it. For those of you all who has Blue Cross and Blue Shield, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama, and I actually thought it was terrible insurance. But silly me, for those of you all who didn't know, make sure you check to see which providers your insurance pays for. Because I took Caden to the dentist today, y'all. I had to pay for nothing. And we have been having to pay prior to because we weren't taking him to the doctors in the network. And I thought we had terrible dental insurance, but they pay for everything. She said, yes, Passion Lisa. I'm on Unity Healthcare. I get $150 a month and I pay bills too. Child, it's good. She said, I have Blue Cross and Blue. Let me cut this music because that's irritating my head. What? So what type of benefit? Like this Blue Cross Blue Shield? Okay, so Mississippi would be different than Alabama. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama. Do I get something? United Care and Humana. That's great. Y'all, that's good, y'all. That's the insurance. Humana. Also, my aunt gets $350 for United Healthcare. What? Yes, you have to stay within the network. Yes. Y'all talking about this insurance? Hold on now. My daughter has Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield of Georgia. Her dental covers a lot. You have to select the right tier. Right. Y'all, I promise y'all, I did not know that child, I don't know. I was just oblivious to it. I didn't know I had to go within the right provider. I guess I thought because I had Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama, they weren't gonna pay in Mississippi, but they actually did. You can also get help paying internet too. Really? Does regular insurance do this? Can we get a coin? Do they give money back? Child, I'm calling my insurance company tomorrow. I'm calling Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama and see what they're gonna get me free. Cause I'm getting kind of jealous. Y'all get all this free stuff, child. I want some. That is good. And a gym membership. So you know what the insurance are probably doing? Davida laughing. You know what the insurance are probably doing? They are being proactive. And they saying if we pay for gym memberships, that's gonna decrease paying for things in the long run because our patients or our clients will be healthier. That's probably what it is. That's good. Well, shoot, Blue Cross need to help me. They need to pay for my gym membership that I'm not going to the gym using. Does anybody else have like regular insurance besides Medicare or Medicaid that actually gets some money back? Do y'all get money back? She also has a foundation that covers her infusions. They send her a MasterCard that pays it. Wow, that's good. I have emergency broadband and pay $50 for internet, but if you have a child in the home, it could possibly be free. This is not through insurance. What? Wow. You know what? I'm telling you, like, for those of you all who see the St. Jude, y'all need to get a St. Jude. And I'm not here trying to petition or, raise money for St. Jude. Katie had to go to St. Jude. He was released from St. Jude. What are we in 2024? Last year. Like I want to say February last year, he was released from St. Jude. For patients that have to, children and even some adults still have to go to St. Jude, they are great. St. Jude is great. They really take care of those families that go there. Kaden had gotten some type of virus and he got sick and it threw his blood levels all over the place. So they thought he was gonna bleed to death because that virus just threw it all out of whack. And he had went to Labana and then they referred him to St. Jude. Child, I've been through it, child. I really have. But thank God all his levels returned back to normal. But while we were waiting, and it probably was several months, we were waiting, we had to go back and forth to St. Jude, and they really, really took care of us. And I saw a lot of things while I was at St. Jude. St. Jude is a really good thing. She said, I thank God for my blessings. You got that right. And see, that's the thing, a lot of people don't know, especially people that are on Medicaid and Medicare. A lot of people don't know what benefits they have with these services. And we need to know, child. We really need to know. Everybody need to know how to save a coin, how to get a coin, how to save one. I give my money to Duke Ronald McDonald House. They do amazing work. Wow. That's good. That is so good. Because when families go through situations like that, and thank God my situation wasn't like that, but at the time, I didn't know that Caden's situation did not look grim. I didn't know that. Child, I thought he had some type of terrible blood disorder with the way it was lining up on the test results. And child, I thought he wasn't going to be here. And to know what type of stress that you go through, seeing your child possibly and other children that are, y'all, listen, we went to St. Jude and I saw so many kids that were dying and they were so happy. And it just, goodness, it's such a really, really sad place, but you are so thankful and so grateful for your situation. When I found out Kaden was going to be okay, it broke my heart because so many of those children that were there were not going to be okay. And they were taking it like a champ. A champ. So, anyway, she said, look for your raise this month. I got my letter. Oh, child. I used to give gas cards to parents with babies in it, dude. Wow, that is sweet. That is so sweet. And talking about that, I remember when we was at St. Jude, there would be parents, well, not parents, but different people that I guess have businesses coming around giving you gift cards and little baggies of things. And it just like, you don't think that kind of stuff mean nothing, but it really means a lot. It really means a lot, especially when you're worried about your child or your loved one and you don't have to worry about money because it's expensive going to these places for people that have to take their children to these places and they are sick, they have to take off from work, they have to drive to wherever it is, and it's far. Sometimes it's not where you live, and these organizations take care of everything. They'll pay your gas, pay for your flight, they'll pay for everything, so it helps. She said, I felt that way when my grandson was in NICU. He was born at. Wow. Wow. She said, everybody should volunteer at a hospital or shelter. It cures depression. Wow. You know what? I would cry every day. I would cry every day. Oh, goodness. But you know what? When you volunteer or something like that, you will start to be grateful for what you do have. You really will. Wow. Hmm. It means a great deal when you have worked all your life and put in the time. You got that right, Miss DeVita. But you know what? And I hate it for people because Social Security, disability, that ain't enough. It's not enough. It's hard. And the only reason why I know, I look at my sister. It ain't enough. Disability is definitely not enough. They said he wouldn't make it, but God, wow, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Wow, that is a blessing. Y'all, let me get off this doggone internet. Let me get off this internet. I said I was gonna get off. I can't. Y'all believe it? You gotta have a side. You got that right. You got that right. And I don't know, when you're on disability, you can work so many hours. I don't know if it's less than 20 hours a week. And sometimes you have to because it is hard. And for those people that can't work because they're just not physically able, they can't get a few hours here and there. It's hard out there. And like I said, the only way I know is I look at my sister and I look, she's on disability and it's hard. It is hard. But she make a way, God make a way, God take care of her. And thank God of that. But anyway, let me get off of this YouTube tonight. Y'all have a great night. And I'm gonna end this show for real this time. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. That's why I coupon. You do coupon. I could never get into coupon, Passion Lisa. It take a lot. It take a lot to coupon. Oh, I need to. She said good night. He will supply out. You got that right. If God would take care of the birds, why wouldn't he take care of you? Oh, this is my y'all look. Dang, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hello? I'm on live. I'm on live. Yeah. What's wrong with you? What? So what did they give you? What kind of medication? What type of antibiotics? Did they check your ears? Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll call you back. I'm about to get off. All right, bye. Child, she about to get. Anyway, let me get off of here. Y'all have a good night. You keep on your phone. Child, I will stay on here all night and I gotta go take care of Kaden. Y'all have a good night. I will talk to y'all tomorrow morning and we're gonna talk about these little topics, child. Y'all have a great
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. 'Cause you're just that subscriber. Like and subscribe.